Ahoy, and welcome to Ruby's Mercove. I have not been live recently because I've not felt well. It's been crazy busy. I've had personal stuff to deal with, and this is the time of the year my health is really rough because they're harvesting, and so the pollen and the temperature change really messes with me. So I struggle, and I've also had to do a bit of soul searching and figure out what exactly I want to do with my Twitch channel. Because I realized that while I was having fun with parts of my channel, that I was also not having as much fun as I would like. And so I did a lot of soul searching. What is it that I want out of my Twitch channel? And what I really enjoy is interaction with the audience, like playing games with the audience. So I don't feel as comfortable with performative play where I'm playing a game for the audience to watch me play. That kind of feels weird to me, and I'm also not that great of a gamer like that. So it's like, what is it that I want? And I realize what I miss is playing games like Jackbox with people, because some of the most fun I've had on stream is playing Jackbox. And I also miss running Dungeons and Dragons games. So I've been thinking about this in the back burner for a while and trying to figure out how to run a game for chat. Something that's a bit more open, and I've watched like Doug do it, and he does really well, but honestly, he is this whole other level. I'm not looking to be Doug, and goddamn, I tried to learn some programming stuff, and that's intense. Programming's fucking intense. I'm doing my best with what I have, but like programming is this whole other thing. And so I was unsure how to do it, and I've recently found out that, and I don't know how I didn't realize Rob Hartley was doing a Twitch chat plays D&D thing on his stream. So now I've started that, so I'm going to try to figure out how he's running his Twitch chat. But in the time I'm using to figure out how others are running D&D games for chat, I'm going to go ahead and start world building for mine because I want to do a mermaid campaign. That's the thing I've been wanting to do for a while. So I've been working on, like, I've actually had some stuff that I've been building towards it, and so I've pulled up some of my shit, and we're gonna start laying out a map for the world, the aquatic underwater world, because this is an underwater campaign. So let's get some sound in here. I'm not gonna play with I was playing with the sound pad. Tabletop audio, I really like them for game sounds when I'm playing D&D. Not sponsored, just what I have fucking found that's free and easy to use and fun. And you can pick songs that is just ambience and music, which is what I'm gonna do, but they also have sound pads that have all kinds of really interesting stuff. I was in a sound pad, so you can actually control all of the sounds, which is super fucking cool. Like as a DM, like if you want your games to have a bit more depth, haha, then you can, start sounds that coincide with what you're doing. And I don't know how well these sounds are even going to come through. So we're just gonna, let's see. Let's Atlantis. Ah, of course. They never have water stuff. Water. Give me water. There we go. We'll play the drowned tower and see how that one sounds. Give us a little bit of aquatic sound stuff. All right. Map. Create new map. We're gonna go with the free fantasy world, obviously. I feel like you're not getting any of the sound from the game. That's right, I turned. Oh, hold on, let me. Does not seem to be capturing that sound with my window capture. I see. Okay. Oh, it seems like. Oh, wow. Wow, that's. Okay. Let's bring you down a little bit. The music is so intense. Hope that's a better balance for you. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit in my room. There we go. My sound isn't so damn intense. That's better. Okay. Now to figure out how to do this. It has been a while. Why does it seem like I don't want you to hide layer? I want you to show layer. Okay, there we go. Alright. So let's figure out how to erase, subtract. Okay. We'll do this a different way. Oh gosh. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's been years since I've actually messed with this. I also think I'm running too much stuff. Alright, tabletop audio goes. Why did that take that away? Weird. Okay. Alright. I also hate that up there. So we're gonna change some stuff around. I want this on the computer and not on the TV. Alright. Organization is odd. That should do better. I'll just... Alright, I've got everything set up with OBS. It can just stay there. You should be able to see the map now. It's so hard to tell what's working and what is not. Okay. Should really go through a tutorial again. Okay, that should be good enough for now. We're not trying to get super specific. There we go. That should fix that. Now you can see what I'm doing. So many layers and everything. This thing is so weird. Alright. Okay. So let's go to the background if we can. Figure out how to write on the background. Definitely don't want my brush to be that big. About there with it. That was what I wanted. Aha! Oh! Ooh! Okay. Fuck yeah. ground. It's just, how do I paint it all? Oh no. There's my bucket fill. Ah, fill. There we go. No, no. That's intense. No. That's a bit better. Okay, we'll go with that for now. Okay. Now, brush size. Awesome. Figuring it out. Hey, Mediterranean, how are you? Do you enjoy D&D? That's fair. I'm trying to work on figuring out how to run a D&D game for chat. And so as I'm putting together how to do that, I'm in the process of making a world map for the underwater world that I'm creating. But this is the beginnings of the map I'm making right here. Okay. I've used Inkarnate, but it's been a lot of years since I've messed with this. But I pulling it out and dusting it off to see what I think. Seems like I've got too much stuff running at the moment because everything's going really slow. Wait, did I already add that into this? I did. I did. Awesome. Yeah, they are. Absolutely. Especially the free ones. You have to pay if you want functionality. I'm not liking that color though. Let's try this. That makes it pop better. There we have the rift. Awesome. Of course. All right. This is Bloodstone Gulch. Oh, a hair in your soup, huh? All right. Yeah, I eat my own hair all the time as well. I feel you on that. Here we have the bioluminescent reef. Here we have the hematite triangle. It's also known as the ship graveyard. Any guesses as to why hematite? Well, that's the basics of the overworld map there. Okay. I don't hate that. And I start to the map. It's basic because I'm basic. That's pretty cool. So I had some basic notes on each area of ideas of how I wanted this campaign to, like, some characters within the world kind of thing. Like, I haven't gotten a whole lot of storyline per se. What I have is a world with characters in it that are interesting that I can do things with, and that's kind of how I build games. I need to see who the players, like, I need to see the world. I need to see who the players in the world are. And since this is your game too, I am open to suggestions and ideas and things you would like to see in this game, because that's one of the fun things I like about watching streamers who create things with their chat, is like it's such a cool collaborative project. But people don't really think about mermaid stuff. They don't dive deep into mermaid stuff, as it were. But we're gonna. So if you want to dive deep and and fuck around with mermaid stuff, then come along if you feel like it. So, the obsidian rainbow. Oh, I need to go back to text. Let's add the void. Okay. I was like, I couldn't remember if I had actually named it the rift or the void, like, but I've been into Brandon Sanderson, so it just turned into the rift. The void. Kind of think the Mariana Trench. It's like the deepest part of the ocean, supposedly bottomless, like supposedly indefinitely deep. Of course, that's highly unlikely and improbable, but we'll start with the void and explaining what lore we have so far in our game. So the void here is where most aquatic bodies are sunk when they die. It's a bottomless trench. The color for that area is purple. The stone associated with it is amethyst, and the emotion connected to it is sadness. Next, we have the obsidian rainbow, which is right here. Over here we have the obsidian rainbow, which is very hard to see, and I left it that way intentionally because it's a hidden community. It's actually not a city the way that Bloodstone Gulch and the Aventurine Breach are. Obsidian Rainbow is a hidey city. It's a cave complex hidden in the depths of the void. It's on the walls of the void. Well, it's not a major city. It is full of people who don't want to be found. People who have left their places of birth because they don't like the dynamics within and are trying to find a different way. The color is blue. The stone is rainbow obsidian because that's what the walls are made out of. It's underwater. I thought it'd be fun to make places out of stone, whatever. The emotion is fear. They're all hiding. They are afraid. The type of government, they don't have a government per se. Their leader is like an old grandmotherly type who lived alone until others found the place, and they defer to her as a family matron. So it's a small, tight-knit community of people, of outsiders who have come together to survive in the depths. I think next we have the hematite triangle, which I'm not committed to it being Marrow territory at this point, but whoever's territory it is, they're gonna use the hematite to attract ships and sink them. The color is orange, the stone is fire opal. The emotion is schadenfreude, the joy at other people's misery. So the Marrow attracts ships and sinks them, or whoever lives there attracts ships and sinks them. The type of government is more of a barbarian tribe kind of thing, and their leader, Coral Ann, fought her way to the leadership. But her original home is Bloodstone Gulch. So I've got some little bits of lore here and there, but it's still coming together. I haven't committed to the deities of the areas either. So from Hematite Triangle, we go to Bloodstone Gulch, which is our Atlantis-esque city. Big underground city. Columns and such made out of it's carved into a mountain of bloodstone. So like an underwater mountain of bloodstone has been carved into this big city, Bloodstone Gulch. Color is red. Stone associated with it is bloodstone. Emotion is anger, blind passion, cognitive dissonance, lack of self-awareness. The type of government is a monarchy led by a king and a queen. However, getting ideas from Atlantis. I'm talking about Kita. Kita mentions the councils can look over the city while she's away, implying Atlantis has another branch of government with as much power as the king and queen themselves. That's probably not going to be going on in Blood Gulch. It's a monarchy led by an asshole whose anger got away from him. And the Aventurine Breach is a bioluminescent coral reef that is going to be loosely based on the Shivering Isles from Oblivion. Color green. Stone is aventurine. Emotion is jealousy and envy. The king will be a crazy king-like deity, not necessarily a deity, but a king-like person like Sheogorath, who enjoys pitting people against each other. And this guy will have 2 kids named Yanni and Laurel. Yanni is going to be more of a bureaucratic government characterized by specialization of functions, adherence to a fixed rule, and a hierarchy of authority. Think the central bureaucracy from Futurama. Whereas Laurel will be more of a kleptocracy, a government whose corrupt leaders use political power to appropriate the wealth of their nation, typically by embezzlement or misappropriation of government funds at the expense of the wider population. So, the king, the Sheogorath-esque king, will be pitting his sons, or his children, Yanni and Laurel, against each other. Is going to be that. I think that one's going to be really fun to write stuff in because of how unhinged the characters there are. Laurel, the one who's in charge of the kleptocracy, is based on a person I've met in real life who was a real piece of work. We'll call her Bipolar Beth. Some people are intense. So those are like the bare bones outlines of the mermaid world that I am building. Oh, that looks quite nice. I quite like that. I feel like that's a good start. Oh, maybe we should save. Saving is good. Oh. Oh, that's going to be really helpful in the future of using this. Kick ass. Now I have to remember how to save it. Oh, maybe this. Mm. Call it the depths for now. That's another thing. Naming is hard. Like, I've got ideas for some names, but like, I end up doing silly shit like Yanni and Laurel. That's absolutely ridiculous. And it tells you when I was working on it too. But I did think that that would be a hilarious name for uh a sibling rivalry setup. You have the parent who somebody comes to talk to them about their kid and they can't keep their kids straight. Somebody's like, Yanni's causing problems again. It's like, God damn it, Laurel. Get your shit together. I didn't do anything. I feel like the potential for good storytelling is absolutely there. It's amusing. To me, at least. I am going to. I'm going to take a circulation break. I'm going to come back. I'm not sure what I want to do from here, but I don't think I'm quite. Well, it's 2:14. No, I'm going to be done here. I feel accomplished. I like the layout of it, and I even got it saved. I would love to hear your opinions on it if you watch the video and have ideas. Feel free to throw them in the comments. Because for YouTube, you can have a hand in setting up the game. But to actually play the game, you will have to come to Twitch, where I will run the game through Twitch, because Twitch is where I'm gonna have things like polls and shit I can use to help move it along. But I'm still figuring out, and if you have ideas of how to run a game for chat, I would love to hear them. I hope you guys have had fun hanging out with me, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care of yourself. You're worth it. Bye!